welcome everyone to Terraria. Well, a couple of friends of mine have been asking me to make a video as to what Terraria is because they haven't played it and they'd like to know. So that's what this video is about, as you would have seen in the name of the video. Little disclaimer though, this is not going to be a tutorial, although there might be a few little tricks or little bits of information you may not have known already, even if you play Terraria, but they're pretty basic things. So like, I will be covering things like the different modifications on weapons, like tinkering and so on, but that's probably about it. And so let's get into it. Terraria is a sandbox game created by Relogic, and you can be creative, you can be adventurous, you can try and gear up, or you could just like mess around. It's rather casual, or you can be pretty hardcore about it and try and do speed runs or hardcore runs or so on. So what you do is initially you create a character. As you can see, I've already got lots, but for the sake of this video I will create a new character. That one looks pretty cool. And you can either choose to be softcore, medium core, or hardcore. Softcore is where you only drop money, medium core you drop money and all of your items, and hardcore your character's dead, like, of course. Then you get to name your characters, so let's just say Terraria intro, and then you find it, click play, and you get to create a world as well. So you can choose small, medium, or large. Small loads a lot faster, so I'll do that. And then you've got two difficulties, normal or expert. Expert's probably about 3 times harder than normal. The bosses get new AI and special abilities. I generally only play on expert worlds, but for the sake of this I will do normal. Then once you've completed killing, I think it's the wall of flesh once, which is the end boss for the normal mode as compared to the hard mode. I'll get into that later. You can choose whether you want to have a corruption or a crimson world. It doesn't really matter which one you get, but corruption's purple, crimson's red. Corruption's like soul eaters and stuff, and giant worms and so on. The crimson's sort of flesh based by the seams of it, and you get spiders and so on. But I'm not worried what I get, so I'll do random. And Terraria. Wait. What is Terraria? Oh, there. And then it generates, it's got a loading bar, and this side of the loading bar, the left side, tells you what kind of world it is. So this is a crimson world that it's generating currently, and this side's always the same, it's always purity. And this sort of seems to look a bit like the hell biome, or the underworld biome, with this looking like it's leading into lava. And then let's get into it. And your character starts off basically like this. I got these 2 dirt simply because I generated under 2 pieces of dirt. Like, this should actually be there, but whatever. Usually you start off with only these 3 items up the top here. If you get the collector's edition, you will also start with a carrot, and I got the collector's edition, so I started with the carrot. The bunny is always the same color as your shirt. So if you get a red shirt, it looks like it's a blood bunny. If you get a purple one, it looks kind of dodgy, and the dice system doesn't work very well at all. You get enemies appear all of the time. The slimes are passive until you attack them on the surface. When it turns nighttime, I think they become aggressive, if they're still hanging around. You start off with a pick to mine stone and dirt and everything. You can't actually do anything with your hands. as opposed to Minecraft. So you need tools. With this you can only chop down trees with an axe. At first you've got to really crap stuff, so it takes a while to chop or mine anything. Wood's pretty essential at the start of the game, as for any game that's sandbox, I guess, in a survival sense, because wood's used for pretty much everything, making a house, so on. And yeah, so you get money from killing enemies, so you can buy stuff, gel from killing enemies. On this one there's lots of NPCs, so each NPC has its own function. This person gives you useful tips and information, so you don't actually need to go onto a wiki to find anything. If you wanted to find some kind of rare weapon, or find out how to get a rare item that's a drop rather than a craft, then you might need to go to the wiki. But you don't actually need to go to the wiki. Sometimes it's cool just to find something random and something new, and it's like, oh my god, that's cool, check out the stats, oh my god, that's dope, let's use it. So yeah. Alright, and swapping worlds here. This is my highest level character, but as you see, as you progress you get stronger. So like the first armor you can ever get is wood armor with like 2 defense total, plus a set bonus I think of 1 defense. Then probably medium level armor for normal difficulty has a total of 11 defense, no, 16 defense. And it gets an extra 7% magic damage, 7% and 7%, so extra 21% magic damage. The weapons you get will also get better and better. As you saw, I started off with the copper short sword in the other world on my first character, and you can like get bows, so you can start off with like 4 range damage and boomerangs 15, melee damage of all things. A mystic space gun 21 magic damage, although mystic is only a modifier, it's not the name of the weapon. And then with the modifiers you can get from really crap ones, broken, to sort of medium ones or moderate, like quick plus 7% speed. If you can see the green stats down the bottom, or red ones, red means it's a negative modifier, green means it's a good one. And then unreal for a bow is the best modifier. Legendary for like swords and stuff is the best modifier, within limitations. There's some weapons that can't get legendary unreal, and for magic weapons the best modifier is mythical, but not all magic weapons can get mythical, I don't think. There's certain weapons, like a weapon called the Arcalis, of which can only get up to 3 stats, and that's because it's not able to get 2 of them. I believe one of them's speed and the other one I'm not sure of. But so it can only get a maximum of 3 stats, meaning it can only get up to godly, I believe it is. There's also something called a flail in this game, which can only get up to godly ever, because I don't think it starts off of speed or size. It's probably the other one that the Arcalis can't start off. This is my favourite weapon of all time in this game, the bladed glove, simply because it was so fast and it's so fun to mess around with. This, I believe, does modify or have a stat of speed that it can go off of, but I can show you guys tinkering, I guess. You get like chests and stuff to store money and items. It can be very useful, as you'd expect. With the tinkering, it's always random, so you never know what you'll get. Like, this could go from being normal, it's dull, it's slightly better, oh look, it's worse again. So you don't know what you'll get. It could be, look, it's even worse now. agile, it's way better. And yes, it does get speed, so now it's even faster. It looks ridiculous. And you can actually get it so fast that it doesn't even look like it's moving, but it is. So you'll be getting better as you go. This one, pretty early on in the game you can get this. Sort of midway it's got 25 damage and 36. And then right at the end of normal mode, you'll have 58 damage if you've got the strongest sword. I believe it's still the strongest sword. And so, for the sake of this, I'll be taking this, and this off. And because I've got so much defense from my accessories, of which I will not be editing or changing throughout this video, I won't be equipping any armor for this. You get summoning items to refight bosses if you want to, and I will be sort of showing you guys that when it becomes nighttime. Most bosses can only be fought at nighttime. Some can be fought during the day, but not many. So yes. Okay, and for I just put on my phone, which gives you all of these things. Shows you the time. 1 minute is every second, so a day in Terraria is 24 minutes, which is pretty good, I guess. I try and limit my episodes to 24-25 minutes because of this, whereas most people do 15-minute episodes. And it's almost nighttime. I believe nighttime's at 7:30 and the morning or day starts at 4:30. For whatever reason. And when nighttime starts, I'll be... Oh, and this thing, you can also get minions. I'll use that when I've got my final sort of boss fight here. In my opinion, the second last minion's better than the last one in normal mode. And I shall cover normal mode next. And hard mode, what the difference is. Ah yes, also you get a map so you can see what you've discovered in the world. I haven't really discovered that much in this one, but when I started, you can also eliminate, this is a corruption, you can also eliminate this. You can also eliminate the crimson too. And by doing that, you make it easier to progress in hard mode as well. Because in hard mode, the crimson, the corruption, and a new biome that gets introduced, the hallow, they spread like crazy. So if you can get rid of them all before you get to hard mode, it's pretty advisable in my opinion. And also, for anyone wondering why I've got these here on the map and why there's a Lizard bricks here, I did copy these from a different world using a world editor, simply because I didn't want to lose them. I haven't used them for anything as of current, but yeah, I want to, I'm going to delete this world eventually. So I wanna, and I deleted my old worlds, so I wanna have these still here rather than losing them all. And nighttime started, so this is the first boss. For this I will only be using a wooden bow. I probably die as I'm not used to this. And so basically you do low damage, doesn't take much to kill you. And the boss has tons of health compared to other enemies. And I suck at dodging attacks, so I've got no hope in doing a first night run. So you'll be doing a total of 22 maximum damage at first. Then as you progress, you'll probably have a boomerang instead. Oh, that's actually doing worse. But yeah. I don't like the boomerangs that much. They can hit enemies multiple times. Then you might have the Unreal Bee's Knees, which has the special ability, but I don't have wooden arrows. And it sounds pretty dodgy. Then you might be using Meteor Armor at one point, and then this won't consume ammo. It penetrates up to, I believe, 20 times, and it does a lot more damage. As you can see, the boss is dying a lot faster. Then by the end of it, you're probably going to have like full molten armor, and it's going to be really easy to kill. So it'll be like 60 damage a hit. And this is also expert, so it takes a lot more time to kill because it's got a lot more health. And this is the special ability on expert difficulty. It'll charge you like that, like in normal difficulty, but then it'll do an overcharge, which you need lots of speed to avoid. Damn phone. Just use this. And on normal mode it just drops its items. On expert mode they all appear in a treasure bag as well, except apparently lesser healing potions. And then when you open that up, it will just line them up here. So you always get a rainbow item like the Shield of Cthulhu. Then you get this one from a different one, so on. I got Demonite Ore and Crop Seeds. That's pretty standard. Okay, a new world again, and as you get down further you will like find different things. I randomly came across the Lizard Temple, which is meant to be in the jungle, but I'm not in the jungle. But yeah, as you go underground you'll find ponds of lava, and if you get ponds of water, and if you get deep enough you'll find ponds of lava. At first you can find both at once, so it's not really too hard, I guess, to find them. Just dig down. Apparently I don't have any lighting sources. Yeah. So whilst I'm traveling down, might as well show you guys some stuff. Alright, that thing that just did damage to me that fell on my head was a trap, a boulder trap. You'll get these things. Oh, it's a unicorn statue as well. Sweet. Pick that up just because. You can trash items as well, which is pretty cool. So here, a grey pressure plate activates when a player steps on it. In here there's this thing called wiring, so for anyone that plays Minecraft it's basically using redstone, except on this game it's wires. And these are railway carts. You can ride these to quickly get through areas. You can even create your own and so on. A nymph? Whoa. There's quite a few rare enemies. This thing looks like, when you first see it, its name will be Lost Girl. It's basically a troll to trick the players to thinking it's an NPC or something, but it's actually an enemy, and it's really strong. So yeah, as you can see, more and more lava is appearing, which means I'm getting close to hell. Which is obvious, I should be, because I've been digging down. But yeah, as you get further down it becomes harder and harder to avoid the lava as well, which is the problem. Like here, there's lava across here that will kill you if you're not careful and fall into it. And this world is also not on expert difficulty, it's only on normal difficulty, just so I could get down and kill the wall of flesh a bit faster. like at first these blocks will injure you. It's called Hellstone. It's the best ore in normal difficulty. If you step on them, it will injure you, unless you've got something with obsidian in the name. You can use stuff with obsidian in its name will remove the effect of fire blocks, which is what that's called. And what fire blocks means is that it will deal damage to you whilst you're stepping on it or touching it. I'll just trash this dirt. Hellstone. And now the hard part is getting the summon or the spawn item for the boss. It drops from these things called what are they called? I don't know. Some kind of demon. Voodoo demon, I believe it's called. It has 100% drop chance, but the voodoo demon probably has a 1 in 100 chance to spawn for every enemy that spawns. So yeah, I shall cut until then. Okay, and here we go. I've found a voodoo demon, and basically you kill the thing before it kills you, and it drops the guide voodoo doll. Simple as that. There it is. Alright, and then to summon the wall of flesh, I'm hoping I'm on the right side of the map. Yes, I am. You just drop this into the lava, and it will kill the guide dude that was up here. It's very important, you must have the guide alive, otherwise it won't spawn. Didn't even think. Sure, I've got the best gear, but it's still not an easy feat to kill this thing. Alright. Oh, okay, it is easy. Alright. This thing gets stronger and stronger as it progresses. You don't want to get caught, otherwise it will do tons of damage. Love is probably my worst thing right now. Probably should have prepared for this. I'm actually gonna laugh if this thing kills me. Alright, and I don't know if anyone's noticed, but there is a cooldown on potions, so you can't spam them. At first there was no cooldown on potions, so you could just spam the crap out of them and survive anything. It was kind of funny. Or at least that's the way I remember it. Not that you needed to spam the crap out of them very often, but... yeah, just a cool bit of information for any new players to Terraria. Right, and I believe all of my gear's also been gotten from normal mode only. So this fight's normally a lot harder, but I'm finding it really easy. lava that kills me. Alright, there you go. Just in time. Alright, I'm gonna sit here to get a bit more health. There we go. Oops. Alright, so I don't know if anyone saw it, but there was text appear over here in the bottom left corner. And it said the forces of light and dark have arrived, I believe, or something like that. Let's get rid of all of this. Alright, and you get a prone hammer all the time, and then you get some kind of weapon. It's a 1 in 6 chance for what it is. And basically what happens is you go left or right on your world and a new biome will have spawned. There we go, and this is the Hollow, or Hallow, my bad. And basically you'll get unicorns and pixies and stuff spawn. And the unicorns is how you get this unicorn thingy on a stick. So, yeah. And apparently werewolves and wraiths. Interesting. But yes, and so hard mode, the enemies get like 3 times stronger. And then eventually that lets or allows you to get to the end boss and so on. So yeah, the end boss being the Moon Lord for anyone that wants to search that out. And I believe this concludes my Terraria, or what is Terraria video. So take care everyone, hope you enjoyed it, I hope it helped anyone that was interested, and goodbye.